Hello, welcome to HealthWatch. I'm Sophie Scott. Australian researchers have invented a machine that promises to revolutionise the way mental illnesses are detected. A small probe in the patient's ear measures signals from the brain and makes a diagnosis possible within an hour.
This tiny probe could save many years of heartache and searching for answers for thousands of Australians suffering from mental illnesses. It measures different electrical signals from people's balance systems, which are closely connected to the primitive emotional parts of the brain. From that, scientists can compare the signal patterns, or biomarkers, with those taken from people without mental disorders.
We've been able to separate diseases such as depression, schizophrenia, Parkinson's disease, Meniere's disease from controls and from each other.
For too long, mental illness has really been quite a mystery and a bit of a black box.
David Kenyon says he was misdiagnosed for 3 years before doctors realised he had schizophrenia. He hopes the device can unlock the puzzle for many others like him.
People will be able to have happy, meaningful lives. Mental illness won't be such a curse for them.
Researchers say mental illnesses and neurological conditions affect 1 in 4 people at some stage during their lives, at a national cost of some $20 billion a year. Scientists believe in cases like separating bipolar and unipolar diseases, the improvements in diagnosis will be dramatic.
The process at the moment takes 12 odd years. If we can do it in an hour, we're obviously in front.
We are really excited because it heralds a new era of thinking about using biological, technological advances.
Researchers say their trials are already attracting international interest, and if they continue to go well, the machines could be in hospitals worldwide in the next 5 years.
Australian doctors believe they've uncovered the reason asthma sufferers are more vulnerable to cold and flu viruses. A study of Perth teenagers has found that those with asthma have a problem with their immune system, making it difficult for them to fight off infection.
26-year-old Emily Portas is among 10% of the adult population with asthma.
I do get sick very easily. I often have a cold, which always ends up with a chest infection a lot of the time.
Now she might have an explanation. In a study of 40 14-year-olds, researchers found the 20 asthma sufferers all had a malfunctioning immune receptor.
It doesn't seem to recognise important components on the inside of viruses, particularly cold viruses, but also flu viruses.
So the immune system doesn't fight back, and that means asthmatics get sick more often than the general population.
Whereas for you or I, it might mean a snuffy nose and a clogged up head for a few days. For someone with asthma, it might trigger off an asthma attack.
That's more time off work and pressure on the health system.
It's estimated that up to 80% of asthmatics admitted to hospital are suffering with some form of respiratory virus. With an effective treatment, that number could be significantly reduced.
What might happen is that somebody with asthma who might notice the very first signs of a cold, they might go on some medication, take an inhaler perhaps just for a few days to stimulate the immune system.
That sort of treatment is at least 5 years away, but it's giving people like Emily Portas hope for the future.
That's all for now on HealthWatch. See you next week.